Hey, this is Austin Definition, and I'm gonna do a small recap of the Smackdown episode. First thing I'm gonna talk about is the way it started. At the beginning of the episode, you see Solo Sikoa and his new group, MFT, I think. They was in a car accident. They called the police, and Aggie Peel is freaking out, which I was a little confused because Aggie Peel usually hosts it's a manager of Raw, but he was on SmackDown tonight, so that was something new. But that's how this story is gonna get set up with Solo Sikoa calling the police because he was in a car accident and he's blaming somebody. And everybody know who he's gonna blame. So on the second segment we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And this time Charlotte Flair is gonna be facing Raquel Rodriguez because Charlotte Flair was managed to get a tag team match for SummerSlam for the tag team belt, which it's funny. Now they're working together as a team, and I'm glad because I think they work good together. And like I said before, the fans are cheering for Charlotte right now. And no, it's gonna be interesting seeing them in the SummerSlam just to see if they're gonna beat Raquel and Roxanne, which I like Raquel Roxanne, not gonna lie. So it's gonna be interesting with this too. So on the first match of the night, we had Raquel Rodriguez versus Charlotte Flair. It was a great solid match, and the thing that surprised me the most that Alexa Bliss actually helped out Charlotte Flair because Raquel had Roxanne Perez and Roxanne Perez was cheating, so you could see that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss is now working as a tag team and becoming friends, even though their new name might be no friends. But it's interesting the storyline they created with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Flair. I mean, with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. But like I say again, I cannot wait to see them tag team against Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in SummerSlam. So on the next segment, we have Adam Pearce backstage, and the police stop Adam Pearce and told Adam Pearce if they could afford, of course, they could afford two because of the accident. So of course, Adam Pearce being a snitch, he told him, yes, I know where Fatu is. So he took them to Fatu. Fatu think he want to work with them, but Adam Pearce was like, they just talk with the police and let's see what happened. So Fatu was like, all right, but he wasn't too happy. Fatu decided to talk with the police, thanks to Adam Pearce, who kind of snitched. But it is what it is. So on the next segment, we see like a commercial promo between Tiffany Stratton and of course Jay Cargo because they can have that big match in SummerSlam. And they both did the promo. It seemed like it was matching going back and forth between Jay Cargo and Tiffany Stratton. But yeah, I think they're getting this story ready. Hopefully we could see them next week face to face because I don't really like those type of promo that much. But let's see what's gonna happen with those two. So on the next segment we got Damian Priest. He's looking for Aleister Black because of what happened last week. But guess who he saw? He saw Carmelo Hayes in the back. So he asked Carmelo Hayes, and Carmelo Hayes was like, I'm not going to tell you where Aleister Black is. So, of course, Damian Priest got mad for some reason, started giving him attitude. Carmelo started giving Damian attitude. So, Damian Priest challenged Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo Hayes was happy because he had been wrestling a couple of weeks, so he said, sure, that way I could show people I could wrestle with a former champion, which he's right. Carmelo is not being used right, in my opinion, but the promo, it is what it is. It was good. So Carmelo Hayes and Damian Priest had an incredible match. I mean, any match that you see with Carmelo Hayes, it's going to be an incredible match. That was going back and forth. And then when Damian Priest went to the top rope, Aleister Black came out out of nowhere, and then he kicked Damian Priest and told Damian Priest, "Are you still looking for me now?" Which, I mean, Damian Priest was looking for him, and he got what he wanted. And the funny part is that Carmelo saw Aleister Black, and he just walked away. He was like, "I don't want to deal with this drama." It's looking like they're gonna push Aleister Black and they're gonna have him do a battle or storyline with Damian Priest, which I think is good for both of them. And I want to see what happens next because this one I like it because Aleister Black is coming out outside here and he's moving up in the storyline. Before he wasn't even talking, so now he's talking and he's being a heel. And I cannot wait to see what's next for Aleister Black. Next we have the Y6, which I mean I like the group, but like I said before, I'm not happy that they got the tag team belt because now on this promo they're talking how they champion the Y6, even though it was two of them that want the tag team belt. I find this we damn, I feel like I'm talking bad about them. I'm trying not to, but I don't think that the Y6 is supposed to be in the tag team division. For me, it just does not make sense. But it's looking like they're being pushed. They might end up winning more belts. Let's see what's gonna happen because it's the first time I actually hear Nikki Cross talk. I mean, everybody talking this promo, which they barely do, but I just not feeling this Y6 tag team at all. But it's just my opinion. If you think it's different, if you think different from me, let me know. So on this segment, we got Solo Sikoa and his group MFT, My Family Tree. I keep saying it wrong, the name, but I like the name of the group. And Solo pulled out a funny promo making fun of Fatu because he got arrested because he got blamed for the car accident, which this whole Solo should be doing more promo because he is so funny. And he was king and he was just making fun of Jacob Fatu because he's a criminal and he started laughing. But I don't know, he's one of the best. But guess what happened next? You see Jimmy Uso outside, backstage, with the police. I guess he must have paid his bill. And you see Fatu coming out of the police car, which he doesn't waste time and he goes straight to the ring. Both Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso decided to go after the Solo Sikoa and the MFT family, the whole family tree, which was incredible. They actually they did pretty good because 2 against 4 is pretty difficult to defeat. But yeah, they even got the share, but it was incredible how they was able to face them because it's not easy to face those two. All 4 of them, I mean. While they're all fighting, Solo and the big Tomahawk, I think the big one, decided to stay outside and decided to walk away because it was a big fight. Out of nowhere, Adam Pearce come with the police and he told Solo Sikoa that since he wanna bother Fatu and lie to the cop that Fatu did it, he told Solo Sikoa that he's gonna face again Jacob Fatu in SummerSlam. And this time it's gonna be in a steel cage, which that's gonna be fun and interesting. A steel cage match between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. It's gonna be interesting. But that wasn't the end. So of course Solo Sikoa is happy. So he pointed at the ring where Fatu is, so the police go arrest him. But something funny happened. But of course something funny happened. Solo Sikoa ended up being arrested by the cop because it ended up being that Solo Sikoa was lying about Jacob Fatu created the accident. So that's how it ended. It was so funny how he got arrested. And Jacob Fatu was in the ring when Jimmy was just laughing. This segment was incredible. It had everything. I mean, this is one of the best things that happened on the night. I say one because the main event was also real good. But yeah, I love this part of the segment. So in the next segment, we have Stephanie Marquez wrestling Amber Fire, which it was a good solid match because Amber Fire is actually a pretty good wrestler and Stephanie, she's one of the best. She's one of my favorite wrestlers too. But Stephanie Marquez, of course, defeated Amber Fire. Papa Never got in the ring, tried to hurt Stephanie Marquez, but Stephanie Marquez was able to kick her in the head and Papa Neighbor went outside the ring. And yes, both Papa Neighbor and Amber Fire was outside and Stephanie was looking from the inside. It was pretty simple, pretty fast, and pretty good match. can't say more about Stephanie Marquez. She was one of the best. So on the next segment, we had the Street Profit doing like a interview. And they're saying they're not happy that they lost the belt, which I would say happy either. Like I say, I'm not too happy that they lost to the Y6. And then I don't know where DIY started instigating, say that it's their fault they lost the belt, which is kind of a little bit of a true. DIY told them that they're gonna be the next one winning the Fatal 4-Way tag team, so they could face the Y6 and get back the belt, which the Street Profit was kind of annoying about them, but no, it was I mean, what can I say? Everybody in the tag team division on SmackDown are great. I just, like I said before, I'm just not happy with the Y6. They could continue the storyline between all of them, but it is what it is. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the Fatal 4-Way tag team. Whoever wins of those four in the tag team division is going to face the Y6. To be honest, I think it was too predictable because the only new person or new group in this tag team division is Andrade and Ray Phoenix. And they were just put in that figure forward to see who's going to face the Y6. They're the only two that haven't faced them, and they knew. So it was kind of predictable. I was not thinking this match because I like Andrade and I like Ray Phoenix, but them as a tag team, it feel like it was forced. Since they think it had nothing for them to do, but it is what it is. Hopefully they defeat the Y6, which I won't even see that coming, to be honest, bro. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, let's talk about the main event, which a lot of things happened in this main event. A lot. First thing first, it's Cody Rhodes. He walked into the ring. He signed the contract while reading, and he started talking about how his father and his brothers from Texas, how he loved Texas. He let people down because he lost the belt at WrestleMania. I mean, great promo that he did for the crowd, which I don't know what to say. He always do great promo with the crowd. And after he finished talking, he told Adam Pearce, call John Cena to see what he gotta say. Right after Adam Pearce called John Cena, John Cena walked into the ring. He didn't waste time and he decided to sit down and have a serious conversation with Cody Rhodes. And he started talking about how he's busy with movie and he's not gonna be able to wrestle at SummerSlam. The way he was talking, it sounded kind of serious. I was kind of confused. Are they gonna delay the match? Because it would be kind of weird if they delayed the match, especially when it's a 2-night SummerSlam. But yeah, they were talking serious for a while. Cody didn't say nothing because he was just kind of mad. Like, what you mean you want to cancel the SummerSlam? Yeah, John Cena said that he wasn't gonna sign the contract, and then he walked away, which I was kind of confused at first because Cody Rhodes didn't even do nothing. So right after John Cena walked away, left the ring, for some Cody Rhodes decided to snap and get out of the ring and just jump and hit John Cena, which I would do the same thing because he earned the right to go to SummerSlam and wrestle for the belt, but John Cena don't want to do it. It was an incredible thing that happened. Cody Rhodes was able to put John Cena on the table. Cody Rhodes went to the top of the rope with the contract, and he jumped on top of John Cena, which it was crazy how he did that. Every time there's a contract signing, people get hit on the table, but I would have never thought it would be from the top of the rope. So when Cody Rhodes jumped from the top of the rope and the table broke, I thought it was so funny that Cody Rhodes decided to grab a pen, put it in John Cena's hand, and make him sign him. Like, he signed for John Cena. I don't even know if that's legal or not, but it was incredible. And the best part about this, when he made John Cena sign it, he told John Cena, oh, just to let you know, this is going to be a street fight. So the people got crazy. So the way it ended there, Cody Rhodes made John Cena sign for the contract, and then he mentioned that it's going to be a street fight. Incredible. This SmackDown was actually, I'm not going to say anything could be better than last week because last week's SmackDown was not good. But this SmackDown was really, really good. The storyline with Solo Sikoa Yeka Fatu, and then this with Cody Rhodes as John Cena. Incredible night for SmackDown. But like I always say, if you love what I'm doing, because we love what you're doing, you can always follow us at Facebook. Now we got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and always on YouTube, of course. And like I always say, if you're still watching us, I just want to say thank you so much. And peace.